hit me with a, where's Tiffany Dover? If you can hear me properly. I hope you can. Hit me with Tiffany Dover. Where is Tiffany Dover? Where is Tiffany Dover? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay. Now, why do I always say about Tiffany Dover? Because she was disappeared by system pigs, by the people pushing the narrative, by the globalist pieces of shit who run our society, who have no interest, who don't care about the best interests of the people. I always remind you guys about Tiffany Dover, who is disappeared because she took the vaccine and 15 minutes later she passed out, and there's never been a credible sighting of her since. It's a couple of times some posts have popped up that claim to be her, but they don't look like her. And if she were alive and well, it would be no trick at all to have her go up on stage in front of a couple of microphones like she did back in Tennessee in December 2020 and just say, "Hi guys, here I am. I'm alive and well. This is Tiffany Dover." She's got those pretty bright blue eyes that are unmistakable. And so it'd be real clear that she was fine. So all they have to do, all the system pigs have to do, is bring her up on stage. I mean, they brought her up on stage in Tennessee, so she's not camera shy. But they've never brought her out since December 2020. Where is Tiffany Dover? Well, they disappear people. And the Daily Beast, in this goddamn article, I don't know if you can see it there. In this goddamn article, they're waving a red flag in front of the Zelensky regime because God alone knows how many times they called the Zelensky regime to get a hold of somebody in their press department. Well, they're very sophisticated, their press department. I'm sure they had somebody who took their information down and passed it along to the appropriate person at the SBU. This is a quote. Lira has claimed that the Zelensky administration, which I call the Zelensky regime, but the Zelensky administration sent men to his home in Kharkov to disappear him, but that he miraculously avoided them and was at least recently hiding out in an undisclosed location in the city. So the Ukrainian government did not respond to a request for comment. That means that the Daily Beast got in touch with the Zelensky regime to ask about me, to see if they knew about me. I mean, they're sort of like, "Hey, Zelensky regime, there's this guy in Kharkov called Gonzalo Lira, and he's saying things that, you guys don't like. Do you have any comment?" Okay. So I want you guys to know that if ever you don't hear from me for 12 hours during this conflict, if it's 12 hours or more, assume that I've been picked up by the SBU. And assume that the people most responsible are the Daily Beast. The Daily Beast who deliberately lied about me, claiming that I'm not in Kharkov, admitted to the fact that people are looking for me and want to get a hold of me in the very hit piece that they wrote, and that they contacted the Ukrainian government to make them aware that I'm in Kharkov, make them aware of my significance, make them aware so they can send some SBU goons to get me. Understand what the Daily Beast has done. And when I said, in the title of this, that the Daily Beast wants to kill me, I'm not being hyperbolic. I'm reporting the actual truth. I mean, how do you look at it any other way? How can somebody be so irresponsible and stupid and arrogant as to think that somebody who is in a war zone, in a regime that actively targets its own people, journalists, mayors, members of its own parliament, I mean, even MMA fighters, for crying out loud, who say the wrong thing, how can they be so blind, so arrogant, so irresponsible as to say, "Oh, there's this guy over there, we don't like him"? No, because he says things that we don't like, that we don't agree with. And so we want you, SBU, to do our dirty work for us. They just disappeared a TikToker aired footage of him confessing to God knows what, and they disappeared him. That's what's going on here. Know it. Know what's going on here, and know who the accomplices are. The system pigs, those disgusting, despicable, evil, and immoral journalists. They're the ones to blame. That's all I've got to say.